As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster. I know I'd go from rags to riches if you would only say you care. And though my pocket may be empty, I'd be a millionaire.
Guys, it's Michael Joe from the Vintage Trading Post. Today I want to talk about something that is not brought up. It's kind of, I don't know, I don't think anyone's ever talked about it, but I want to talk about it with you guys, and that's the effect that social media has on the hobby of MTG. Through the years, MTG has evolved, both the game and the hobby. Social media has had good and bad attributes to it. Um, you know, Facebook came around. They started forming groups, which was awesome. eBay is like, I mean, that's like the main market where everyone looks for pricing and whatnot, especially in the graded community. But what I want to talk to you guys about is the influences that social media has, specifically personalities in the MTG groups. Now, we all know that there are certain people out here who love to do YouTube videos, and they have, I don't know how many subscribers. And if you go in the community and ask the community, you will have about 50% of the people saying, oh, this personality is 100% correct, and I mean, it's just awesome. Then you'll talk to the other 50% of the group, and they'll be like, oh, I don't trust them. They're con artists. They're this, they're that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to explain to you guys my feeling on these personalities. And I'm going to be very careful because I'm going to try to stay unbiased, okay? I'm not making fun of anybody here. I'm not trying to disparage anybody in any way. I'm not trying to boost anybody either. I'm not trying to make them sound like, hey, so-and-so is right and so-and-so is even smarter. I'm not doing any of that. What I'm going to do today is explain to you that social media, you got to be careful with these videos and what these guys are trying to tell you, okay? I'm going to give you just one example, and I just want you guys to just open your mind and think about it. Now, some of you guys probably saw this happening and were like, yeah, I understand exactly what Mike's trying to say. I've seen this before. And some of you guys may have not. And I'm not saying anybody's unintelligent. I'm not saying anyone's smart. What I'm saying is some people see it and some people don't. And I'm here to show you guys, well, you'll see. Let me give you the example. Say I'm Michael Joe from the Vintage Trading Post. We'll pretend that I'm a big personality in the MTG group. In the MTG market. Now I come by and I tell you guys, hey, listen, I've been around this game since blah blah blah, and I've seen cards go up and down, and blah blah blah, and here's what I think. I think that here's my example. I think that Guardian Beast from Arabian Nights. I think that card is highly undervalued. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna buy every copy I could buy a Guardian Beast. Right now, I think it's valued at $350. We'll say. So I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna buy every single one I could find at $350. Now let's pause here. Let's take a time out. Okay. What did this personality just tell you? He told you a card that he feels is worth more money. He told you what the price is, at least what he thinks the current price is. And then he told you he's going to go out and buy them all. Okay, cool. So, what does this do? Well, all of a sudden people think, oh, well, Michael Joe. Michael Joe says, hey, I'm going to go out and buy all the Guardian Beasts. Man, he must know something. I'm going to go out now and do what he's doing. And maybe I don't affect a million people with this thought process. But maybe I get, 5,000 people out there to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to go out and buy all the Guardian Beast. Now, what's it do to the market, guys? Well, obviously, there's a shortage, a buyout. You guys know what buyouts are. This is a buyout of Guardian Beast. Cool. Overnight, you're going to see the prices go up. Say I'm right. The price was $350. I haven't looked at it today, but I'm going to say it's around $350. Okay. Now the price shoots up to $600. You know, we'll double it. We'll go $700. So the price just went up 200% overnight. But for what reason? Because I said so? Okay, no big deal. Again, 50% of the community think I'm everything, and the other 50% think I'm a con man. Remember my example here. Okay, so let's go back now to the example. Back to Michael Joe telling you guys. Now, I'm going to go out and I'm going to buy every single one. Now, you guys are going to go out and buy them, and the market, supply versus demand, the supply of Guardian Beasts just get destroyed across the board. TCG, Star City Games, you name a company that sells cards, all of them are bought out. Prices go up, like I said, $700. Now all of a sudden we put FOMO, the fear of missing out, into the market. We got people that think I'm, awesome, buying cards. The shortage is there. And that happens, guys. That happens. Now, are you ready for the twist? I'm going to tell you something that I did that I didn't want you guys knowing that I did. And you guys just think about this. Now, it's August when I make this video and I go out and I spread mass hysteria through the market over Guardian Beast. What you don't know is back in May, several months earlier, I went out and I bought every copy of Guardian Beast when it was $300. Okay, maybe less. Near mint, raw, whatever I can find, graded, it doesn't matter. I bought them all. Okay, now, I can't say I bought them all. I bought as many as I can find. I waited May, June, July, some more started coming into the market. I left those alone. And now I made this video. Now all you guys are going out there and you guys are buying what's that new group of Guardian Beasts that are out there, and you guys are causing the hysteria, and all of a sudden, boom, now there's none left and the prices shoot up to $700. Well, guess what? Now I'm sitting on 500 copies of Guardian Beast. They just went up 200%. Say I spent, I don't know, I don't have the calculator here. Say I spent $50,000 on those Guardian Beasts. Well, guess what? Now they're worth $100,000. Okay. So even if I start putting them out, because everyone's looking for them, the hysteria is going around, people are craving these Guardian Beasts, all of a sudden I throw a couple out there. But now I don't give them the value of $700. Now I'm giving them the value of $850, which is $150 more than what it's probably worth. Well, it's $150 more than what the people in the market think it's worth. But you know what? Some of these people have that FOMO, that fear of missing out. Wow, oh my God, maybe it spikes again. I'm going to go out and buy it. Okay, yeah, here you go. I'm going to buy it, Michael Joe. I'll buy it for $850. So my profits could go up even more than 200%. Guys, that's what some of the negative social media does. That's what it does. You guys may think I'm 100% honest. Again, meaning me, Michael Joe, YouTube sensation, whatever. I'm using me as an example, but picture whoever you want in this example. You guys have faith in me. Some of you guys think I'm a con man, right? For the example, obviously. But guys, what did I just do? And this happens a lot. I know somebody was talking about fake graded slabbed cards. I believe BGS was the company of the slabbed card. Now, I'm not saying BGS had anything to do with this. But I think in one of the articles I was reading, somebody said that it was a counterfeit slab with a counterfeit card inside of it. I scratched that. No. I'm sorry. Altered. It was an altered card. I remember reading that. Somebody sent in an altered card, and it got past the graders, and somehow it later was found out it was an altered card, And, now you're starting to see mass hysteria that, oh my God, BGS is not picking up on altered cards. I bet you every single one of these cards are altered. To help you guys understand, let's use an example. I send in a Library of Alexandria. That's marked, okay? I inked it. I'm sorry, inked it. I sent it in. And somehow it got past the graded company. The grader didn't see it. It came back and I showed everyone, hey, it's clearly, I inked it. Here's a video of me doing it. Now all of a sudden, I'm putting doubt in everybody. And maybe all LOAs now, Library of Alexandria, are altered. And now the value drops. And now all of a sudden, I want to come by with my profit from the Guardian Beast example and go out and buy all these Library of Alexandrias. And then, you know what? You guys trust me, right? I mean, the 50% of the group trust me. So I'm going to sit there, I'm going to buy them all up, discounted very low. And then over a couple months, I'm going to come by, I'm going to do another video. I'm going to say, hey, you know what? I found out, I'm looking through some of these. They're not all altered. All of a sudden now everybody and their brother wants to go out and buy them again. Well, I bought them so low, the market's going to go up, the value's going to go up. I'm going to sell these for a lot more than what I just bought them for, and I'm making more profit. What I'm saying, guys, is, and it's just like this in the stock market, it's just like this in almost everything. Be careful what people are trying to tell you guys. Look for the message behind the message. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying anyone's conning anyone, but I'm sure some of these sensations do these videos for their better interest, not for yours, okay? I like to think of myself as a pretty honest guy. I'm not in this for profit or fame, or I just like the hobby and I like putting sets together, and that's why I do these videos, and that's why I am in the game. I don't play as much as I used to. I wish I had some more free time and I could. I got a lot of family obligations and stuff, but nonetheless, I'm telling you guys, I don't like to see people conned, and I think that this, in essence, is a con. Some of these messages that are going out, some of these buyouts, and then at the end of it, a lot of people suffer, and it sours the taste of these people. And then these people are like, wow, the hell with Magic, I'm getting out of it altogether. I take my loss, I'm getting away from it. Okay, now why am I doing this video? I'm doing this video to show you that this person is soured by what just happened to him because he listened to a YouTube sensation and he lost a bunch of money, and now he doesn't want anything to do with it. Guys, if 1,000 people go through that, it's 1,000 people walking away from the hobby. More people walk away from this hobby, the values will drop because nobody's going to want to get in it. So what I'm saying is, these messages, you got to read these messages and see the message behind the message. I know I sound crazy. You guys got to understand what I'm trying to say. Don't fall for it, because in the grand scheme of things, you guys will walk away, or some of you guys will walk away, and the rest of us are going to be hurt by it, because we need more people involved. The more people that get involved into this hobby, the more everyone wants the cards, okay? Picture there's a line up here with all these fancy cards, and now we grab some of them, okay? Now new people come in and they want them, so they grab them. Assume the supply versus demand effect hits, and there is no more supply, causing the values to rise. All of us will make money when we go to sell our collections because everything is so rare. But if people start walking away from it, then the market's going to have a flood of cards in it, and that hurts the hobby. I like to think of MTG like the sports cards. And when I mean sports cards, I don't mean the 80s and 90s sports cards. Any of you guys that have collected sports cards know 80s and 90s, there's millions and millions of cases of sealed product just sitting out there. Billions of cards out there, and they're basically worthless. But why did everyone go out and buy all that stuff back in the 80s and 90s and even today? Why? Well, because they like to think of baseball card collecting as it was in the 50s and 60s. Now, if you look at the 50s and 60s, that's insane, especially graded. We just talked about it in the group recently, the 1952 Mickey Mantle tops. I mean, that card's worth a lot of money. Graded, it's worth even more money. I'm not even going to insult you guys. I don't have the numbers in front of me. Go look up and see what they sell at auction. To me, that's like the Black Lotus. Over time, guys, The vintage cards are going to keep going up in money long term. Not maybe year over year, maybe a couple of years, but 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, and through the generations, these cards are going to continue to go up. We want more people to get into the hobby. Again, I'm getting a little off topic here, but be careful what people are telling you on YouTube and in the community in general, on the blogs and whatnot. It might not be in your best interest to believe everything. Now, I'm not saying every single person that does these, all these personalities are wrong and trying to con people. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is take a step back once you read it, digest it, or watch it, digest it. Try to understand reasons as to why they may feel that way. I like to back stuff up with data if I can find it. Just do your homework, guys. I don't want to see any of you guys get taken advantage of. And that's it. That's my video on this. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, any feedback, let me know. I got my email address at the end. Till next time, guys. Take care.